Surprise! Let me hide this now and move on from here. We made it! Let's see, I need to load things up here. Get that going. Got the Photoshop on the ready. There we are. Alright, and now I'll get everybody on. Or at least those who are coming. There we are.
What's up?
Yep.
I'm also trying to adjust our volumes so I'm not screaming over you guys this time. Because last time, for some reason, my volume was extremely loud compared to your guys's. So,
Yeah, let's not repeat ourselves and actually do ourselves a favor this time around.
so hopefully our audio should be similar in volume now.
It's my phone time recording. That's that.
All right, and now happy Afterween, yes, and happy Day of the Dead.
Yes, indeed.
I'm wondering if there's any royalty-free Day of the Dead music.
I guess probably.
I'm not entirely sure.
I found some.
Oh, good.
Cool.
I found some royalty-free Day of the Dead music. All right.
All right, good.
I'll play that in the background.
Nice.
Now,
Now then, what to brass tacks?
I'm seeing if there's anything that we can. All right. So how's everyone doing? I don't think we're gonna have this is gonna be as large of a stream as last time. In fact, we're only probably gonna be going an hour. Everybody in the chat, so just fair warning. In about 1 hour, we're gonna be done. But
Yeah, because our schedules are completely crazy.
We're a little crammed right now, so only an hour today for this impromptu live stream. But hey, that was what last Sunday's live stream was for. You guys got the full 2 hours. This is a little treat for everybody here. So
I'm trying to come up with more of a sadder Nora theme, I guess. We'll see where that goes.
alright. Now let's see. It's Day of the Dead, so I don't want to just go with the standard like pumpkins and stuff. I mean, granted the thumbnail is just our Halloween thumbnail, but I want to have a little bit more in spirit of the Day of the Dead holiday. Let's see if there's anything. Purple seems to be an okay color to keep for the background. Although maybe I want to make it a kind of a blue or more of an indigo.
Inkmaker 2064 asks, "How was your guys' Halloween?"
It was pretty
I was
fun.
delivering pizzas on Halloween. So that was interesting. Oh, that's why it might sound.
I visited a relative, and there was a little bit of a party. I mean, it's COVID, not a giant one. Just about 7 people showed up, and well, 7 people total, like including me and my relative, and her 2 roommates. So it was like 3 additional people showed up, and then that was what we called a quote-unquote party. So, and everybody was wearing masks. So.
Very important indication.
I was wearing a giant mask. I don't think like I firmly believe I was the most protected out of all of us because the mask I was wearing was a total face covering because it was like just a giant rubber mask.
I was blasting Ghostbusters down the neighborhoods that I drove down. It was fun.
I played the Movies game. If you don't know what the Movies is, it's a video game created by Lionhead Studios, and apparently it's hard to find. In fact, I posted something in the meeting chat for you guys to read, but you guys can just type in the Movies game. Google it, guys. And let's see if we can get this thing up and running again. Because no one...
I have this Halloween tradition where I sit and I play through Luigi's Mansion and I drink alcohol. But this year, when I started the game up, my freaking GameCube bricked. So I was really sad, and I had to play.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
It either bricked, either that, or it just needs to be cleaned, and I just have to buy whatever kind of screwdriver it needs. But yeah, so I decided to play the Zombie Apocalypse DLC for Red Dead Redemption, which is pretty cool.
Oh man!
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That kind of sounds.
My GameCube that I've had since 2006, I think. I'm hoping it just needs to be dusted.
Well, they're pretty sturdy, so I would bet.
Well, it did sit in a garage for like 3 years.
No, well, that might hurt, but but they are like GameCubes are infamously sturdy, so I would just give it a good cleaning and see what happens.
At least it's not a Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switches are rumored to break constantly.
Oh no, nah. The controls are a little finicky. They have some drifting issues after a long period of time. But the switches themselves after that, well, they had a poor first wave. You know how like the first couple off the shelves were not the greatest, and they were prone to scratches and all sorts of glitches. However, since then, I've seen nothing wrong with them, and I know a lot of people who have Switches.
I have a Switch, and when I play Mario Kart, I have to use like a Pro controller because I go so hard with Mario Kart that like the regular Joy-Cons, like the controller thing, like they disconnect from the controller thingy.
You're too hardcore. You're Mario.
Exactly. Mario Kart is my jam.
All right.
I have yet to get a Nintendo Switch. Sorry, I want to get into action.
Easy. It's all right. It's all right. It's not. No one needs to. No one. It's not a rule that you got to get a Nintendo Switch anytime soon. It's just.
They're expensive.
Yeah. Makes you feel any better? I haven't owned a new video game console since the Xbox 360 Slim.
I got one of those.
That's yeah.
I was playing it last night to play Red Dead Redemption.
That's good to hear. Unless I'm not the only one who can't even get a new Xbox just yet.
I want to get the PS5 that's coming up. I'm usually an Xbox guy, I swear, but like the fact that they're porting Spider-Man PS4 over to it, and they're remastering it, and they got a Spider-Man sequel coming out, that I'm like, that's enough. And the fact that Halo is now pretty much confirmed to be sticking with PC again, like there's not only is it going to be available on Xbox, but it's also going to be available on PC. it's like, well, I might as well just get PS5 now. It's like Halo is like my. If I can just play Halo on the PC and I can just spend my money on my PS5 on a PS5, might as well. And then I get Halo and Spider-Man.
Yeah, I am not planning on buying a PS5 anytime soon until it goes down. Like the
price is a little ridiculous.
price, yeah.
All right, for real though, I got to start drawing here. So I'm not just talking the entire time I'm here. So, Day of the Dead stuff. It's like it's like skeletal stuff with all these flowers and really pretty designs. We already did a Day of the Dead Jenny a long time ago. I'm wondering if there's another character that might be more fun to do with Day of the Dead style.
Tuck,
Misty, the Crust Cousins.
Crust Cousins.
Brad,
Crust Cousins could be fun.
Brad.
What about Yo, Brawl's dope. Like, Subspace Emissary was my jam. I must have played through it like, I don't know, 50 times?
I stand by that Brawl has the best theme out of all the Smash games. Like musical theme.
Yeah. Same.
And I also really miss how it was both in Melee and Brawl. I don't like Bowser's new animations. I think they came around with the Smash Bros. For the Wii U. They gave him a new animation set where he's now more upright, and it stayed to this day. I really liked it more when he was like hunched over and like, I don't know, it felt like he was like a beast, like an animal. Now he kind of
I imagine you're a Giga Bowser fan.
Yes, I know he was terrible because in Brawl. I know he was terrible in Brawl, but I mained Bowser in Brawl simply because when I got the Ultimate Smash, I turned into like what I just called it Godzilla back then. I know it's Giga Bowser, but like I'm like yes. Otherwise, I usually main Pikachu, and that's the same thing when I play Ultimate. I'm usually more comfortable with Pikachu. But Ripley, good lord, is Ripley fun to play.
You mean Ridley?
Ridley, yes, my bad. Alright, so just for real, I need to start sketching right now. Let's see. I think I might do Day of the Dead Crust Cousins. That might be kind of fun with the different outfits. How's our volume, by the way, everybody in the chat? Are we kind of equal now this time around? Like in terms of like I'm not screaming over everybody and they're not like totally.
You know, you
I haven't
could
been talking too
that in
much,
a
so I'm
meeting.
not sure how well I'm doing.
I just want to make sure that when I talk that I'm not super loud this time around because last time it was a problem.
I mean, it has been in the meetings too, like, especially in the archived ones that I listened to, we kind of felt a little bit quiet.
Well, I know I readjusted the audio in this one. I want to make sure that it's better.
Lauren, Lil CG says it's very good.
All right.
Love and Media says it's perfect. So, we're good.
Cool. All right, Crust Cousins. those really big hats with the skulls on them, with the. Just a basic body shape with her mug head. It's like it's a flat top, oval, not oval, but kind of like a square shape. Ear right here that kind of serves as a handle. Basically a mug.
Sheldon's got the same shaped head.
Yeah. Although I think Tiff's is taller vertically and Sheldon's is wider horizontally. But yes, very similar.
Have you heard or seen about the new Godzilla series, and what do you expect from the new series?
I have. I've seen the trailer. Kind of iffy about the designs. Some of them are great. Like, I love the new Gabara. And Godzilla, from what I've seen, from the sketches that we've seen, I think looks pretty cool. Anguirus looks okay. A little thick, a little chubby, but not too bad.
There's a Chungus right there.
Yeah. Titanosaurus, if that is Titanosaurus, I really hope it isn't. Does not look like Titanosaurus at all, besides the colors. So that's one of them. And Rodan, for me, the head looks cool, but everything else is just way too generic for me. I kind of like it more when Rodan is kind of a hybrid between a pterosaur, a bird, and a kind of a humanoid body. This one is just... They took a Quetzalcoatlus and they gave it 2 Pteranodon crests and they call it Rodan. And it's like...
I'm glad that you can differentiate the differences between Quetzalcoatlus and Pteranodon. Because people will sometimes see a pterosaur and just think pterodactyl.
Yeah.
But there is a massive variety of pterosaurs.
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge dino nerd. Well, and I know they're not dinosaurs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Fun fact, pterosaurs are archosaurs is what they're known as. Pterosaurs, dinosaurs, and crocodilians all belong to the same group of animals known as archosaurs. Fun fact.
And birds.
Yes, birds are included in the dinosaur list. The closest living relatives to birds are crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, isn't it?
And another fun fact that I like to throw out there when people, which really blow people's minds. You know, Dimetrodon, that sailback that everyone thinks lives in the Triassic period because of popular culture when it didn't. But you know what I'm talking about? Four-legged, sail on the back. You see it all the time in dinosaur media.
Yeah, it's not a dinosaur though.
Yeah. For one, not a dinosaur. For two, never even saw the dinosaurs, lived in a completely different era. And for three, is actually more related to you than it is to dinosaurs.
It's what's known as a stem mammal, and it's actually what gave rise to the mammals.
Mm-hmm. That's always a fun.
I think they're family or clade name? They're called synapsids.
Yes, and that it basically it's a big fancy way of saying they got cheekbones.
Axel heard that and he's laughing.
Alright.
Which of Jenny's sisters is your favorite?
XJ8, because of how Terminator-like she is.
I'm going with XJ5.
I am now searching through some Day of the Dead outfits. I think I'm gonna give Britt, like I said, one of these Day of the Dead hats. They look really cool. Now, for those who don't know, Day of the Dead is a Mexican tradition, and what it is that you are celebrating your ancestry. You're celebrating the dead, the people who came before you. It's a time of remembrance, of remembering them, and celebrating your history.
Could Teenage Robot be classed as a cult classic, as it's pretty obscure?
I don't know if... that's a tough one. I don't know if it's a cult classic, because that usually implies that it has like a massive following. You know what I mean? Like, what's a cult classic?
The Iron Giant.
Yes, that would be a cult classic. It has a massive following that's kept it alive, you know? I don't deny that Teenage Robot has a following, that's for sure. It does. I just don't know if it's as massive enough to call it a cult following, you know?
Yeah. Classic, sure. Cult, not so much. What is your favorite prehistoric animal?
Carnotaurus sastride. Easy. I love it. It's been my
I'm
favorite.
gonna have to go with alligators.
That is technically correct. They have been around for around 200 million years. They're one of the living fossils of the modern day.
I think Iguanodon, since I watched dinosaurs as a kid.
Fun fact about that: for some reason, they were originally going to be accurate and give the Iguanodon beaks, but for some decision during the production of it, they found it hard to animate beaks, so they gave the Iguanodon the fleshy horse lips over top their beaks, and so their beaks are there, but they're being used as teeth in those movies. and I don't know, and which is weird because the Styracosaurus in that movie has a beak and is animated with a beak. So I don't know why they decided to give all the iguanodons horse lips, but you know, they did.
More of a minor character.
When will there be a stream of you working on an episode?
We've had a few in the past. These last two have just been holiday celebration streams, but the next one should be get right back to form again. We're just working on stuff for the show.
And I occasionally do streams where I do animation for the episodes. Occasionally. Yeah, I'd say hidden gem is a better word to describe Teenage Robot.
Yes, that's a better one. Yes. Alright. Now make this a little bit more stylish.
What episode are you working on right now?
Nothing. This is
Why
just
not?
this is just a holiday celebration stream. No episode is being worked on currently. However, I mean, we could.
Well, not right now, but
we could technically use these outfits for the Crust Cousins, but I don't know. This is just more of a celebration for the Day of the Dead right now. Like we're drawing the Crust Cousins in Day of the Dead outfits, but I don't know. Maybe we could possibly use them in the actual episode, but it's like the context would have to be like specific. I don't think either of them are Mexican or have Latinx in their family.
Tiff probably would.
Even then, they're more. It feels more inclined that they got more European British in them than, especially with Tiff. I mean Brit, but and then Tiff is just like part of the family as well.
okay, but to answer the question for real, like that's what we're working on for this stream. But what we're working on right now, as in these days, is just activation day.
Yeah, we've been
building animatics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna write some music soon. Okay, Robert Zetti says he doesn't own the rights to make a movie of Teenage Robot, but that inquiries for it should be made to Nick Animation. Any idea for how to ask them for a Florpus-esque movie?
Oh.
Don't, because that's what we're doing.
No, that's fine. No, I would actually no. Yeah, I mean, yes, you should, but like, understand that Nick is a massive production company, and the only way that's probably going to work out is if you get, like, I would say ballparking around 100,000 to 200,000 signatures on like a petition. That might spark some attention from Nickelodeon. Like, hey, there's a market for this, possibly. because if 100,000 to 200,000 people sign a petition saying we would want to see this again, that's a guaranteed 100,000 to 200,000 people saying they're gonna watch watch whatever you make. Multiply that by however many people would be interested with trailers and stuff, and you got the buddings of success right there. But you would need, like I said, you would need a pretty massive petition for that.
No reboot November.
What?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's all just take November off.
Alright, now the hard part, at least for Brit. I kind of got the outfits figured out, but I need to figure out her facial markings. Let's see, you always paint them like skulls. So let me just draw her normal face. I'm pretty certain her normal hair would do well in this. I don't think we need to change her hairstyle for this one. Kind of goes with the outfit. And then markings. I'll do this in kind of a...
Oh, today, Lego Ideas Sesame Street came out.
Oh, I didn't even know they were making one of those.
Wait, what?
Apparently Lego Ideas made a Sesame Street.
Lego Sesame Street?
Yes!
Are you serious?
That's surprising.
Yes! I am not joking.
I'm curious what the minifigures look like.
I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical in general of like cartoon and animated versions of the Muppets. Like, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? The Muppets should be Muppets.
Oh, Big Bird is clever. I kind of like how they did Big Bird. At least the image I'm looking at. I could be looking at a different. Everybody else kind of looks weird though. Because they got legs.
Yeah, it was a completely different version of what the original Lego Ideas had.
Oh, it's like an actual Lego set. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was like a cartoon or something.
Oh no, it's a set. But hold on. They didn't throw in Grover? Oh.
No, they didn't.
No Grover?
Not even his Super Grover. Or count
No.
by count.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got his picture, but they don't got the count.
No parade. No
oh,
Abby Kadabi.
I mean, like, I understand everybody here. I mean, like, you got Big Bird, Cookie Monster, Elmo, Ernie and Bert, and what's his face? Grouchy. Oscar. I get, they're the most famous, I understand, but it's like, Grover
Not
was
even-
my favorite as a kid. That Grover was my favorite. Oh well.
Not even Barkley. Not even Zoe Rosita or Abby Kadabi. But yeah, Lego Ideas finally did a Sesame Street. And eesh, Rubber Ducky also looks weird too. Like, it's just...
I mean, I assume they just reused the rubber duck mold that they already had. Did they change it?
I don't... No, I don't think so. It just... It's so odd, though.
Yeah. That's just the bog standard Lego rubber duck mold. If you couldn't tell, I've done some Lego stuff in my past, so I understand. I recognize some pieces.
The guy finally made an appearance. Only a picture.
How do I?
About drawing Filthy Frank or Pink Guy in Teenage Robot style. I say we put him in the background of one of the episodes.
Now, well, what they said, Filthy Frank.
Remember when there was that clip from one of his shows where he was literally like, "Shut the fuck up about your robot fan fiction"?
Yeah, I understand it. Like, I think he's funny, but we talked about that a long time ago, about throwing in cameos of like celebrities. It's a domino effect. It's like when we throw in someone like that, it's gonna be like, oh, why don't you throw in like Markiplier, or oh, why don't you throw in PewDiePie? How about that? And then it's just a domino effect from there. So we're trying to avoid throwing in cameos of real life people, but you know, other than people who have okay. Asterisk on that, unless the person is famous in animation or has ties to the show, the original show. I'm talking about celebrities that have like nothing to do with Teenage Robot whatsoever. Not like celebrities that have something to do with it.
Ooh, here's a good question from Teenage Robot fan base. Is there anything that makes you more motivated than usual to work on Rebooted?
Well, I usually get a motivation spike when I'm listening to soundtrack music, because it gets me like excited, and like the way I think of ideas for stuff most often is I just listen to my favorite soundtracks out there, and I just kind of think of different scenarios that the music might fit to, you know, like oh, this was originally composed for a giant kaiju battle scene. Sure. What if it was also used for this dramatic death scene of a character? You know, like that sort of thing.
Be listening to King of the Monsters soundtrack. Dig nonstop.
You're kind of breaking up there. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh.
not even volume either. It's just glitching out.
How do I sound?
You're good now.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'll be listening to like Godzilla King of the Monsters soundtrack, or other just animated movies. Like the Ice Age soundtrack is great.
Yeah, I concur. I think the original Ice Age soundtrack is probably I think fairly certain the original Ice Age outshines literally every single sequel. Like they've been
Oh yes, absolutely.
they've been progressively going down in quality. And yeah, King of the Monsters. Ironically though, if I were to pick a favorite soundtrack out of the Monsterverse, it would probably be Godzilla 2014. Ironically. I mean, I understand that King of the Monsters uses the Akira Ifukube stuff, which is great. Don't get me wrong. That's amazing that it uses the Akira Ifukube stuff. But I do feel like I have more of a fun time just listening to what Alexander Desplat did to with Godzilla 2014. Alright, I better move on to Tiff if I want to get her done. What would she be wearing? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Day of the Dead outfits, come on. Well, I gave Britt more of the more masculine Day of the Dead outfit with kind of the large hat and the suit. So I'm thinking maybe we give Tiff one of the more feminine ones.
Tell us more about Zarg, the technology hoarder, and Skolas, the cluster centipede drone.
Ah, well, what can I say without spoils? Zarg is a criminal. He is wanted among the galaxy. He's infamous for how much he plunders and steals.
He's a
And-
bad guy.
Yeah,
Duh.
he's a nasty dude. And as for Skolas is older than Vexus, and that's as much as I can probably give without spoiling too much. But there's a reason why he's a centipede. Well, at least there is now. I will fully admit, when he was first designed, it was just an oversight that the cluster is made of insects, not... I'm fairly certain centipedes are members of the arachnid family. Let me
I
see.
thought like centipedes and millipedes were both like their own thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I confuse arachnids with arthropods. Arthropods. That's what they're a member of. But yes, it was my mistake way back in the day when I was designing Skullus that I just went with, oh, creepy bug, centipede, that'll be cool. No, what we realize now is that the modern cluster, at least, are all insects. Vexus is based on a wasp and a cockroach and Egyptian Cleopatra sort of thing. Smitus is based on a Hercules beetle. The cockroach, the soldiers themselves are based on cockroaches. Crackus is based on a cricket. I don't know what that guy is based on. A mosquito, I think. The soldier, not the soldier, the police guy. Anyway, they're all based on insects. It was my mistake way back in the day to base Skullus on an arthropod that is not a member of the insect family. But it's a happy accident now because there is now an in-canon reason as to why that is. And I think it's kind of cool. At least in our canon, I should say. Not in...
I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you in the mini chat.
Find out when the animatic for part 2 comes out very, very soon. We don't know when, but it'll be coming.
Did we say probably not this year, though?
I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But we're a lot of us dealing with college right now. We were able to pump out that other one because we were all, it was the summer, and it was we had a lot of free time on our hands because of that. But we'll see. Winter break is still a thing. So anyway, good lord, I gotta go to TIFF now. I only did Brit, and I only got 7 minutes left. Okay. Roses in the hair.
Oh, and the fan base said something, asked, like, could you please give me an early access to the finished animatic so I can prepare a video about it to release around the same time?
That's the fan base saying that?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. For sure, yeah, that'd be fine. As long as it's like there'd probably be like a little agreement where it's like you cannot talk about this before it releases, but yeah, that's fine.
You can send that special kiss via email. Hey Nathan, if you made casting call videos, maybe you could do something like that for animators.
Yeah.
Yay! Finally, I'm not the only one who fucked that!
Well, that's a funny story about that. That is a funny story right there.
That's not a funny story, you idiot! Bunk!
No, it's just easy. But that's a funny story. We actually have had an animation casting call for in the works in like forever now.
Since like 2017.
Yeah, Yeah, I think we never finished it because we focused on like working on finishing the scripts, working on animatics, voice casting calls we were focused on back then as well. Voice recording, that was a thing we were doing back then as well. I mean, we still do a few of those every once in a while, but not nearly as much as we once were. Point is, it got pushed back a lot, and now to the point where it's just kind of sitting there waiting to be finished. One day, yes, it was so far back that we were working on that casting call that there was a joke that we need to cut now. That Tuck was running around with, I think the joke was that his head was in a pickle jar, and he kept trying to talk, but he couldn't because he had no voice actor. But now he does, so. So we'd have to cut that joke, but yeah, we've had one in the works. It's just we focused on other things.
Technically, we can now. I mean, once we get part 2 done, maybe we can get started on that.
Oh, she's got like little dots. they wrap up the stream. Okay. Need something on the chin. I don't know what to put though. There we go. Day of the Dead, Brit and Tiff.
Hey!
Alright, well, last minute questions here, guys, and we're going to wrap up. Like I said, we were only going to do 1 hour today because it was just a kind of a supplement kind of stream. To kind of celebrate the both the full moon on Halloween, and I think it's technically still a full moon tonight, too, so... Because, I mean, just that's how full moons work. Oh, yeah, I guess if you want to be super technical, I guess it is a waxing, a very, very large waxing gibbous, if you want to be technical about tonight's moon. Last night
Gibbous
being...
is one word. Gibbous. Gibbous.
I think at least it's waxing gibbous.
Gibbous.
Yes, waxing gibbous.
Gibbous.
But I mean, it looks pretty full. But anyway, So, will Wisteria's home when they visit have a certain maple leaf resembling herb growing around it in the background? It's legal now, you know. No, it will not. I agree that'd be funny. That'd be funny. It would. But we gotta keep it PG. And even though that in some states that particular herb is definitely legal, it's still widely considered not appropriate for children. So...
maybe we could imply that it's there.
No, we can't. PG, guys.
Do you think El Tigre can cross over with Teenage Robot? Maybe that'd be fun for like another Halloween stream, or another Day of the Dead stream, because El Tigre is very influenced by Day of the Dead designs, or Day of the Dead art, and what am I? Art's not the right word. Day of the Dead themes. It's El Tigre is Day of the Dead meets Aztec art. You know, it's like that's El Tigre in a nutshell. But not an official crossover. No, that's like we're straying away from that sort of thing. Which would you say you like more, creating characters or creating episode stories? Characters by far. Kaiju form. I mean, episode stories are fun in the conceptual, like where it's like, hey, how about an episode where they run a restaurant, you know? Brad can be the cook, Jenny can be the waiter, Tuck can be the busboy. It's like, oh, great, fun idea, and now you gotta write it, and that part sucks.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, creating a character is basically just designing something that looks cool or like that looks the part, and coming up with like a personality or a background or a backstory or whatnot, what they can do, what's their weaknesses. That's a little bit more like just that's fun, you know. It's like it's just drawing a bunch of sketches and having a good time, seeing what sticks and what doesn't. John Calder, will Zarg or Skolas be big league villains like special episode tier baddies? Skolas, yes. Zarg, not so much. He's kind of a
Monster of the Week villain type of
thing. He's kind of a Monster of the Week kind of guy. He's not, at least how he stands currently. I mean, we can change it. We can like give him some more beef, but like as it stands currently, he's kind of a Monster of the Week sort of deal. Skolas, on the other hand, he is reserved for Activation Day, so yes, he is part of a special. That being said,
does this have a Discord? Someone asks.
Yes, it does. Let me get the link. Linky link. Boop. That's our Discord, public Discord. All right. That being said, guys, that's gonna wrap it up, I think, for this quick little live stream that we had going on today. Happy Halloween. I hope everyone had a happy Halloween. Happy Day of the Dead. And everyone have a wonderful evening. So yeah, see you guys later, everybody.
See ya!
Later, homies.
Good night, everyone.
Good night!